Fall harvest is off to an early start for many growers across the region, although rains are taking some producers out of the field. In this Agweek cover story, we check the progress in South Dakota.
At Craig Converse's farm in Arlington, South Dakota, soybean harvest started on a record early date of September 12th and has already wrapped up for the year.
This has been the earliest harvest we've ever had here at the farm, and we just finished up here before the weekend on Friday, and took about 2 weeks, but we just kept going, and harvest went pretty fast and easy.
The hot, dry summer played a role in the early harvest conditions this year.
Well, we had that real hot weekend here in early September, and we was really concerned about how much yield perhaps that was going to take off of our soybeans. And once we got out in the field, it was surprisingly pretty good, and I'd say probably an average crop for the most part.
Farther south, near Madison, South Dakota, at Justin Minnert's farm, he only got about 100 acres of soybeans out of the field before being delayed by rain.
It was very slow going. The stems are very green, but the beans are dry, so it was much slower than typical, and we're just kind of patiently waiting to actually get going again. So far, we've had only about 2/10 of rain, but it's kept us out of the field for the last 4 or 5 days.
But Minnert is still 2 weeks ahead of his normal harvest schedule.
I'd say a lot of it is just the way the heat has been and then the lack of moisture too, but surprisingly we've had much better yields than the past couple years, but I think that can contribute that to we had about 2 inches of rain in the middle of August, and that really helped set us up for a pretty good bean harvest so far.
Corn is also getting ready to be harvested in South Dakota, and producers hope to get started soon.
Possibly before beans with the way the weather's going. Anytime now we'll probably be starting corn, just depending on if the weather clears up and what the soybean moistures cooperate.
Looks really good. I think that we're going to have an average to maybe a slightly above average corn crop. It's just hard to tell until you're really out there. It's really uneven, and I think that's part of the factor. We just really don't know, because there's some good areas, but then there's some droughty areas that we may have to probably bring that average down a little bit. But for what it looks like right now, I think it would be pretty good considering the year that we've had.
Corn and soybean harvest was at or ahead of normal progress by the end of the week of September 24th in North Dakota and South Dakota, while Minnesota was very far ahead of schedule for both crops. You can read more in the next Agweek magazine and at agweek.com. Thanks for watching Agweek TV on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. We put out new videos every Saturday.